I want to very quickly touch on being a founder-led brand and how that is evolved into being a founder-led company, in your words.
Okay.
What do those two things mean?
I think Tessa and I realized quite early on that with very limited budget and a lot of energy, that the best way one of the best ways to spend our time was just out there talking about Olio, spreading the word about Olio. We're lucky in that the problem we're solving is quite an emotional one. People are really buy into it quite quickly, maybe in a way they wouldn't with, I don't know, health tech or fintech or something that's less sort of existential in nature. Like we're trying to, solve the climate crisis and feed people. So we've been out there storytelling since day one. Anyone who would ask us, we would show up, whether it's a meetup with like 6 people or, a lunch and learn at some corporate. I didn't quite realize in the beginning that would actually mean that we ended up having really strong founder identities, and becoming quite visible as founders, speaking on everything from, being a female founder to the entrepreneurial journey to sustainability and climate tech and fundraising. And it's self-perpetuating in that the more we were out there, the more people knew we were out there and the more they'd ask us to be out there. And now for the last several years, if I'm honest, I spend a not insignificant portion of my time, probably 20 to 25% every week, speaking, doing keynotes, speaking on panels, but doing fireside chats, but basically being able to be myself as part of my job, and reach really large audiences in a credible and authentic way. And that, I guess, means that we are perceived very much as a founder-led brand. Tessa specifically has leaned into this through her writing on Medium and with Sifted. I'm too impatient to do that. The other thing I would say that I've learned is that, and that I have personally leaned into, is trying to be honest with whenever I'm speaking about how the personal challenges in one life can be equally, if not more, sometimes dominant than the entrepreneurial challenges of trying to grow and scale a company, and just trying to give a voice to all of those traumas, quite frankly, that we individually experience, not all at the same time, but don't necessarily feel comfortable being public about. Whether for me, in my case, it was divorce and the family court proceedings and how heartbreaking that was. And for others, it might be death or illness or health or, all financial problems, all different kinds of stresses. And so I think that my vulnerability in that area it's been easy for me because it means I don't have to lie or not be myself, but people have been quite receptive to it. And therefore, when I'm speaking, hopefully I'm resonating with audiences and then I get asked back. And so I guess the founder-led brand has been quite accidental rather than by design. And now it sort of runs itself. And I get to show up, just be truthful, and it's part of my job.